Welcome into the Extra Point presented by Corner Pub in Brentwood on 710 Old Hickory Boulevard for Nashville's best meat and three craft beers and more. The neighborhood meets at the corner. And Zach, one day after the Preds make the trade for Ryan Hartman with the Blackhawks, bring in the former first-round pick to Nashville, will fit somewhere in the third or fourth line. But with Mike Fisher returning as well this week, what do you think Preds fans should feel about the rest of this season?
Well, I think confident. I think that this is probably the most confident the Preds fans in general have ever felt about a team. Coming off of a Stanley Cup appearance last year, trade deadline, making waves, even though they don't have a first and a second round pick, they're not worried about that. They're worried about now. Now, what does this do? With confidence comes expectation.
Yeah, for
right?
sure.
And anything less than, I think, a Western Conference appearance or a Stanley Cup appearance, I think is a failed season. And that's what David Poile has done to this fan base, has done to Smashville, and has done to his organization. He's raised the bar.
Yeah.
So I like the moves because it's all in. Your chips are all in. But now you got to go win, and you got to go win big.
I feel like Preds fans should almost feel invincible at this point because Pecorine is playing unbelievable in goal. You've got four top defensemen. You've got young prospects. You've got proven goal scorers and playmakers all up and down the lineup. Now you're adding Mike Fisher, who everybody adores and is a leader for this franchise. Then Ryan Hartman is basically just bonus in depth. I've talked yesterday about how Ryan Hartman provides you depth and so you can overcome injuries in the postseason like what happened to Ryan Johansson and Kevin Fiala last summer. So invincible is a word where Preds fans can definitely have a little cockiness about them walking into Bridgestone Arena every night. Now that's also very dangerous.
Yeah, it's very dangerous. Ask the Chicago Blackhawks last season that were the #1 team in the Western Conference. They got bounced by the Preds, didn't win a single game in the playoffs. You don't want that to happen. And look what the Blackhawks have done since then. They've tanked. They've gone down since that #1 seed. Invincible is a word I would not use.
I'm talking about.
I don't like that word.
I'm saying
Austin.
Invincible from the fans' perspective,
and I don't like that word.
Not from the players' perspective, because the players know they came up short last season, and Ryan Hartman got swept by the Preds last year. So I think the players themselves inside that locker room, their mindset is correct, and they're being pushed by other teams in the division that are pushing them from behind. So the Preds have to keep playing well for the rest of the season, 21 games or so.
Whew, invincible.
I said almost invincible.
Yeah, immortal. Yeah, there's no such thing, all right? Superman has his kryptonite. I think the expectations have been raised, but they got to go out and get it.
And that's today's Extra Point presented by Corner Pub in Brentwood on A to Z Sports Nashville.com.